Top. Okay. Okay.
There you go.
All right, guys, welcome to our Unity Makers little road to premiere roadmap that Skyla has really put a lot of work into here, and I just want to like pass it on to her as quickly as we can because we only have 30 minutes. And hey, Jennifer, and we're gonna go, and she's gonna give us a little overview of everything that we're doing to get to premiere because that is our number one goal is to get to premiere, which is circle sales of 2,000. But Skylar and I kind of worked on how to strategize this for everybody. And so here we go. Take it over, Sky.
All right. Um, so I just wanted to, I guess, first of all, just kind of say a little bit about why I did this the way that I did, and also make sure that you know, look, this is how my brain works, and not everybody's is going to work exactly the same. And so if we need to edit it or you need some help editing it, feel free to reach out to me. This is supposed to be a tool to help you in your business, not like an extra stress. Okay. Um, so if you don't know me, I've been in outside sales for quite some time, not this kind though, but it's still all the same. Like you still have, you're not going to sell something if you don't talk to people. And with this business, I sat back and I thought, my first goal was get to Premier because I'll pay myself back for my box. That was my reasoning. Um, Obviously now that grows and continues to grow, but I thought, how can I do that? They told us on a call that you have about an average of $100 per sale, right? Obviously, that's average. Could be more, could be less. So I sat there and I thought, okay, well, that means in sales, usually 1 out of 10 people that you communicate with will actually buy something. Well, if I need 20 people to buy something, that means I need 200 connections, if you will. So then I thought, oh my goodness, 200 connections. That's how do you keep track of that? How do you like, and I'm a notebook girl. So I like all my stuff in my notebook, but 200 people, how do you remember? When did you talk to them? How did you talk to them? Is it a text message? Is it Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Um, and then kind of like, what are they interested in? What's the latest note? So when Missy and I were talking about it, we kind of just strategized, like she said, and we came up with a tool. And I will share it in the group chat. I just didn't want to do it before. Um, so I will share the link. That way you can make a copy into your own, um, like your own Google Drive. So if you rather Excel and you have Excel, you can definitely import it into Excel. But I use Google Drive because I can access it from all my devices. So I'm going to go ahead and share. Let's see. Hopefully this is going to work. Uh, let's allow that since it said. Um, let's see if it took my sharing. Where's my Zoom? I had a system setting it asked me to fix, so sorry, y'all. Uh, Safari, share. So let me know, do y'all see that Zoom screen now?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. So that's not what we're going to talk about. That's just so I know we're sharing. um, Here is what we, and I'm going to minimize like the little chat stuff. So if y'all have a question, please come off of mute. There's only a few of us. I won't see your chat or if you're like raising your hand or anything. So, oh, hold on.
Hmm.
Did it stop sharing?
No, it's still there. You're good.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, so like I said, we chatted about it, and we needed to know, how do you make sure that you are doing those tasks, you are talking to those people. Where are you in that? So, you know, they've talked a lot about you have to connect first of all, these are not, these people are not transactions, they are people. So why are they even talking to us? What are we talking to them about? Um, and then share, like they're not going to know what you're selling if you don't tell them. Then follow up. What did they think about whatever you shared? And then ask them for a decision and ask them why. Look, if they say no, it's okay, but you need to know why. And maybe they have a referral. So here's what we came up with. I'm going to do like a fake person that I'm going to just make it up. Okay. Just to show you what we're doing. So you open up your sheet. It's just named Road to Premier. You could change it to whatever you want. And we're just going to come right here in the first section and its name. It's a text box. So it like has a little T next to it. So I'm just going to type Mrs. Claus. That's who we're talking to. I don't know her email address and I don't know her phone number right now because I just found her on Facebook. That's going to be our story. Next thing is month. You see this there, right next to month, it's like a little picture of a drop down. What I did instead of having like a tab for every month is we're just going to choose the month that we are starting this out. So I took 2024 off. We're in the last 2 weeks. So any new connection you have, if you want to use this tool, start with January. Okay. Like even though it's December, I know, just start with January. So we're going to say we're starting them in January. And then we're just going to scroll over. How did we talk to this person? I don't know how many social media platforms you have. If y'all need me to add others, we can. But the ones that I see the most are Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. And I did just put other. So if you have another, just use other or ask me and I'm happy to fix yours. So this person, I'm going to say I found them on Facebook. And then here's the 4 most important pieces, right? Are we connecting with them? I will tell you that this is, maybe they liked my story and I added them to this list. I didn't even talk to them yet. Okay. I saw they liked my story, viewed my story, something, but I'm in the middle of something and I'm not sending them a message yet. So it's on not started. Whatever time I'm going to sit down and all the people I've added throughout my day or whatever, I'm going to change it to in progress sent message. Okay. That means I reached out to that person. I really would love to hear from you guys, but I'll give you my example first. What I do is I send a message and I just say, hey, I noticed, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the encouragement. You taking the time to like my story or my post or whatever is truly meaningful to me. I have a passion for health and wellness and whatever story you want to say. Look, most of the time they answer back and they're like, oh, you're welcome. Guess what? Now we have some communication going. 1, they'll talk to me, and 2, the algorithm of Facebook is going to there's communication between us. So now they're going to see more of my post. Okay. So 1, it's to make the connection, and 2, it's to make sure that they continue to see things you're posting. So they said, you're welcome. Guess what? They sent me a reply, right? So I have connection open. It's green now and I'm visual. So it is color coded green. Go. You did it, right? Does it mean I quit connecting? No. It just means that I know when I'm scrolling through Messenger, I've already had a conversation with this person. So I know what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the message, the little that says, thank you for the support. I'm looking for a true message. I don't know how long it takes between connect and share because that's different on each person you're talking to. So when it gets to a point, maybe I ask, I don't know this person. I'm going to say, oh, what caught your eye? What made you stop and watch that story? Or what made you like that post? What about that? Well, at some point throughout that connection process, you're going to end up telling them what you're doing, right? Maybe it's not for them. Maybe it's for somebody they know. But I have now shared with them. I sent them, I actually specifically talked to them about Make Wellness and these bioactive precision peptides. So now it's in progress, right? Like I'm good. I sent the message. Until they talk back to me, and this part kind of can go in between. If they say, oh, that's cool. Yes, I'll look at it. Good, completed, right? I shared it. Now it's the follow-up. Same thing. I kept that very consistent. I haven't started the follow-up. I just sent her the message. She just said, yes, I'd be happy to read the information. I sent it. She said, okay, she's going to read it. Now we're going to move to follow up. How long are you waiting? Was that something discussed, or did you just say, hey, look, man, that's awesome. I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Do you think if I check back with you in a couple of days, you'll have been able to read through it? Maybe they say yes. If they say no, oh, okay, cool. What you have going on? Like, tell me what's good for you. Be a real person. And then obviously the last one is just ask for a decision. Did you start that yet? Once you followed up and you get what they think about it, if you don't ask them a question that says, oh, well, would any of these benefit your goals? Which one did you find the most interesting? What, like, it kind of starts back at that connect piece. You have to keep going with it. So this is just like a progress. And it also helps me know at a very visual, like green, yellow, blue. Didn't start that part yet. Yellow, I'm in it. I'm working it. And then green, I'm at the next level, right? How far along am I? And then the next section is just notes. Y'all, I used to remember every little thing about everybody. I could remember the secretary's dog's name after I walked in her office. That's not true anymore. Like, it's just not. And if you're talking to 200 people a month, 200 unique, different individuals, guys, I want to help 20 women a month. If I'm going to truly help 20 women, not me, that doesn't mean that they'll all buy it. I better talk to a whole heck of a lot more than 20. So 200 is my goal. I am not going to remember what Mrs. Claus told me about what she thought. So my notes, I'm going to just say, loves cookies, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's something that I know. Hey, this is what we connected about. This is what we're talking about. This is just, remember when you go message Miss Claus, oh, have you baked any cookies lately? What's your favorite one this week? I don't know, whatever it is. But it's important. You need to make sure you remember who they are. They could tell you they hate animals. Okay, cool. Do not talk to them about animals. Don't tell her about my dog jumped on me today. It's all good. Just make a little note. Kind of make them know that you care about them enough to know who they are and remember the things that they're telling you. They're not transactions. They're people. And then the next section is I don't say yes or no on these lean on all of the options until they actually make a purchase. And I'm going to tell you why. So I will say let's just say Mrs. Claus says, I like cookies so much. And man, as soon as the season's over, I definitely need to get some lean and some fit because these cookies are staying on me. So I'm going to put the no in lean and fit. She has not ordered them yet. But in our conversations, those are the two that we are at an understanding that's the one she's interested in. So when I go back and talk to Miss Claus and say, hey, is cookie season over for you yet? I know which ones she was asking for. Which ones was she interested in? I'm going to just send her another little message about, or maybe a video about it, or maybe I'm going to send her the product call information or whatever it is. If they order it, then I'm going to go, yes, she ordered fit. So it might seem kind of silly, but the reason we did it this way is because now at any point, and I'm not going to put the names. I'm just going to change a couple right here. I'm just going to put February, January, I don't know, March. I'm just making these up. This one I'm going to put Instagram. This one I'm going to put Snapchat. This one I'm going to put Facebook again. Okay, and I'm going to leave these other parts alone for right now because I want to show you something. If you highlight, so see column D is the month. If I highlight that, it's going to say, what are the column stats? Okay. So now, what can I see from that? I can see how many people I've talked to in each of those months. This could be good. It could be bad. It could be indifferent, right? If January, I see that my column stats, because look, if we really talk to 200 people and I have 3,000 columns for you, you got enough for the whole year. If you need more, tell me and I'll show you how to add more. But you can kind of gauge, hey, it's what's today, the 18th? and I've only talked to 2 people, whoa, set yourself some expectations, right? What are the results you're going to get by that? What can you do differently, and be realistic with yourself? Um, the column stats on the social platform. For me, guys, I was not a like I didn't say a lot of stuff on a lot of platforms. I'd post something about my kids or grandkids on Facebook, but I really did. The others were because literally Snapchat, because my children send that to me, and then I forgot to save it, and now it's gone and I get frustrated. But I have Snapchat because that's what they did. That's what they use. But I need to be conscious about how many activities, how many people am I connecting with on Facebook? How many of them are coming from Instagram? How many are coming from Snapchat or other? Okay. Why is that important? Well, because then I need to ask myself, if I'm trying to get to 200 and I'm only at 50 and they're all on Facebook, is it because I'm not doing enough on Facebook? Or is it because I'm not doing enough on the other platforms? And I'm not saying you have to do every platform, but what I'm saying is if you just put in a couple of little sprinkles on Instagram but you're doing everything on Facebook, it's going to show because you're not finding those connections on Instagram. You don't have enough there for people to follow you. Look, a lot of people's Facebook and Instagram connect. So if yours is like that, I'm not saying that it's bad that you're getting them all from Facebook. I'm just saying it's a tool that we can use to say, I'm trying to reach more people. Am I checking my Instagram? Am I make my Instagram notifications? I had to go change them because they were off. So somebody could message me and I'm like, crap, it's been 3 days, but it wasn't a platform I checked. So it's just to give us information so we know what we're doing, where are our efforts going, and where do we see that return? Because it is completely okay. Look, younger kids probably aren't putting all their stuff on Facebook. They putting it on, Lord only knows some of them, I don't know, but like Snapchat and all these other things, which is fine. But look at it, evaluate where yours are, and use that to help you make sure you're getting to that number of people. Same thing. If I put all these people, because look, I could go make a list of all the people that viewed my story. Missy put a little recording for us about how you could go back and check even if your story's gone. If they're all in there, but you've never done, if all of these are in red, or I'm sorry, blue, none are in green, none are even in yellow, again, that's something you need to look at for yourself, because our goal here is to actually help these people. We have to get all the way through all of the pieces, or there are going to be times that somebody, and it has happened, I randomly reached out to somebody, they're like, oh my God, that's exactly what I need. Can you send me, how do I get fit? Or how do I get lean? Like, oh crap, I didn't even have to do none of them. They connected to me first, you know? But that's not the norm, guys. That's not, and you know what? Even after they bought it, I still needed to come back and go through these pieces. I want them to know that they can talk to me about their progress. I'm going to ask them about their progress. So those few people were just a little bit backwards. You know, I started with the sale and then had to still go through all 4. Same thing for lean, fit, and energized. If I look at, you know, if I just say yes on here and this one, we know a roundabout cost for these things. Okay. So if you look at your analytics, look at your little column stats, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I had 2 people buy lean. And this is not, our back office shows us. Okay. They've improved the back office a lot. Super excited about that. But this is a snapshot of here's the people I'm talking to. Here's the people that didn't buy it yet, right? Maybe I got through all 4 of these sections. I connected, I shared, I followed up, I asked for a decision, but the order still hasn't happened. Okay, well, did I connect all the way? Maybe I'm missing a piece somewhere. Do I know why they haven't purchased? Is it because they don't have money right now? Or they on vacation? Somebody fell sick in their family? Whatever their reason is, I need to go back to that connect, and I need to find out, and I need to make them know that, hey, I'm here for you no matter what. You know, I'm not here for you just until you get your sale. I have another lady that early on added herself to my VIP list, and her husband ended up having to have back surgery. I have followed up with her every couple of weeks. She still has not ordered. Found out today that he ended up having to have an open heart surgery. So, okay, that makes sense. Why, you know what? Her own health, and not that I'm saying she shouldn't take care of herself. She probably needs 2 more now, but there's a reason that she hasn't ordered. So if you just forget about them, and I would have forgotten about them if I didn't start this tracking system. So remembering, oh, okay, they still haven't ordered. Let me go back and read my notes. Husband had back surgery. Now I added, and now had heart surgery. Like, okay, well, here's to a healthier 2025, you know? You're definitely in my thoughts and my prayers. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. So I didn't go say, oh, when you're going to order it. So it's a tool that we can use that helps us to really track what we're doing. Because guys, they're not in my very first sales job ever. They said nobody's come and bring you the sale if you didn't go look for it. Okay. You can sit at your computer, you can read everybody else's post, you can do all of those things. But if you don't follow through this, there's a sales process. And if you don't do it and you don't track it, then you don't know how to grow and get better. So I don't know that any of you want to do this. I do. I will show you one other thing in that column with month. Highlighting the whole column lets me see column stats like we just talked about. But as we go through the year, I may want to look at where's the customers that I've only talked to. Let's say here's going to come March. I kind of don't want to see January or February for this one thing. I only want to look at March. So the little drop down right here, you can tell it to filter your column. And it's going to ask you, what do you want to filter for? I'm going to take blanks out and I'm going to leave only January. So you have only January's checked now. When I say okay, do you see that everything else kind of just went away except the two people I talked to in January? Poor Miss Claus eating her cookies and Mr. No Name. So, but now I can see, like, I want to know what have I done for this month so far? Or maybe I want to go pick, maybe we're in March and I want to go pick February. Where's those people that I haven't really sold to yet in February? Making sure that I followed up with them, making sure I reconnected with them. So you can still add back, a view for just a certain month that you want. And guys, if you're not used to Excel or Google Sheets or whatever, please know, I don't know why that my brain thinks this way, but I'm always open to answer a question for you. So don't freak out. Don't think, oh my God, I don't know how to do it, or I forgot what she said. Y'all send me a message. Like, put it in the little group chat, because I promise if you have the question, somebody else does. So Missy, is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, I just want to add one thing. And so, guys, this is a great tool. Like, let's say you are a pen and paper person. Use this training as a guide to kind of set you up. Like, if you don't have the bandwidth yet to put this into play, if you get used to following along, this is how you do your connections and how you follow up. And remember, the fortune is in the follow up. And I know you guys maybe that have been around for a little bit have heard that before, but like Skyla being in sales, she has that great experience of like going and following up with her customers and also providing that customer service. So what all this is what we're doing with the connection is that Skyla and us, we have to be thinking, how can we take care of the customer? Because the minute we connect with them, they become our customers. They may not buy from us right away, but they need to know that we care about them and that we want to see them succeed in whatever their goals are. Like I've helped people like with some of the products, not even knowing that they needed one thing. They were coming for one thing, but then all of a sudden, oh, the daughter needs this for this thing. The son needs this for that thing. And it's like now you're ordering because you're just being a human being that cares. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about what we're doing in this is that if you come with a servant heart and you're serving other people, like you're wanting to bring these products to other people, don't put a price tag on this. Yes, we all want to make extra money. We all have bills to pay, all that stuff. But if you go from that kind of, like mindset, then you may not be able to focus on what we're truly doing. We're not just pushing product here. We're basically trying to help better someone's lives. And whenever you
Yep.
do that, you will be rewarded. God will reward you. And I just believe that with my whole heart. And I just want everybody to know how important it is what we're doing because we're blessing people. We have an opportunity to bless people, and you never know who's going to want to do this, like because they can always sign up to be an affiliate and also share this product. And sometimes that might happen right away. I've had some of you guys like do that, want to jump in right away before you even had results from the products. And so that might be your person too. So just be open to all of those avenues while we're doing this. But I love the fact that you can use this guide with pen and paper, going back to that, but then also the key facts of like using the little drop down menus to where you can see your month. You can probably do it on the social platforms too, huh, Skyla?
You
Okay.
can,
Yeah.
yes,
And so, and if we have any questions, like if like it's a training, we may not remember all this stuff. Skyla and I will help you, put it in the chat.
absolutely.
We'll help you. All right.
And I
So,
did want to just emphasize something Missy said. When we are talking to people, yes, my road to Premier wasn't that $500 check to pay myself back. That was the financial goal, but it was truly about helping people. And I can't tell you how many people I've connected with that still have not bought a product, but we still talk. And every single time we talk, there's something else that comes from it, right? Maybe you know what, all they could do right now was agree to do a step challenge, or um, you know, I did create like this other little group about a year challenge. And so they joined me on that, and they're communicating in a more closed platform because some people are not at a point to be vulnerable in their life to openly say, yes, I need help
right,
on social media.
right.
So don't think that you can only connect with someone that already messaged you. Sometimes we need to reach out to them.
Yeah.
I had a chat with a trainer today as an example of what Missy was saying, and I did. I went through everything with her, and although she's super interested, she had a client coming in, so we didn't get to like go through like her signing up or whatever. But in the whole time, one of the most powerful things to me was the testimonies we have on Calm with children that cried all night, woke up not rested, was frustrated to go to school, and it's in the flip book. And she literally stopped me and said, "Oh my goodness, man, my grandmother, they keep putting her on all this medicine and she keeps going through these spells. I wonder if this would help her." And I was like, "Well, I can tell you one thing is that I'm not the doctor, but I don't think it could hurt her." So I said, "That is completely my opinion, but I gave you this information. You have all of these ingredients right here." I said, "And honestly, I have some extra calm. So I was like, if you would like to try it with her, I would be happy to bring you a couple of packs." Um, that's, oh my God. Like if somebody would give me something that could help my grandmother. Now, Missy and I's grandmother is a little hard headed. Calm's not going to be what helps her. She's doing what she wants. That's so, but if we did have something that would make her maybe like, you know, listen to us a little bit, um, that would be great. But if they had something like that that could help, your grandmother is in the nursing home, not sleeping.
Mm.
And she went straight to that before she went to helping her clients.
Mhm.
So have the conversations, be real, be genuine. If you're not in this business to help people, probably being a little awkward here, but then you probably should rethink it because this business is about helping people, and it's helping them with total body health and wellness, not just losing weight. So remember that, you know, I think 98% of the world, probably especially women, would say, "Oh, I'd love to lose weight." But what's their really root cause? Get to know them, because some of them it's stress. Your body holds on to extra when you're stressed. Maybe they're going through something in life that calm would be a better fit to get started, or maybe it's focused. It doesn't matter, but if you really talking to them, you'd be surprised how much people will tell you when you just be real, be you.
Mhm.
They watched your story for a reason.
Yeah.
Go be yourself.
All right. Does anybody have any questions? We have 6 minutes left. If anybody wants to come off unmute, they can unmute themselves and ask questions.
If you are pencil and paper, guys, I am. Go ahead, Leslie.
Oh,
I'm not pencil and paper. But
Did you drop the file already?
No, I'm gonna put it in there as soon as we hang up.
I
If
love
I
it.
undo it,
Thanks
I'm
so
gonna
much
mess
for
myself up.
sharing. I appreciate it.
Oh no. Look,
you're
I
gonna
started this pencil and paper.
yeah.
I only have a couple minutes left before it's gonna kick us off, but I started this pencil and paper, and I literally have like a person's name. And this was before we even could sell products, right? So I literally like numbered my paper in my notebook until I got to 200. And I have their name, right? And it was just at that point, I wasn't posting anything yet. It was, let me scroll through my friends on Facebook today. Oh, let me write that person's name. Oh, let me write that person's name. And next to each name, I literally have a C, an S, and then the follow up and the decision. So I have C, S, F, and D. And at each point, I would circle it if I did it. What happened, the reason that this came forward and I created it is because one, I had to go start flipping back through a bunch of pages to get back to it. I took a lot of notes. I had to, or oh crap, I used those, and now where do I go to the next list? So now the first list is not with the second list, and that makes me feel unorganized. And then I get frustrated easy if I'm not organized in the way my brain works. So that's why I created it digitally. And I did use Google Sheets because I can get to my Google Sheets on my phone, on my laptop, on my iPad. So it doesn't matter where I am. I have a device on me. So I can add somebody's name here and I can keep track of it. If you don't know how to do those things, when I put the link in there, do not hesitate, guys. Say, hey, I got the file. I don't know what to do. I will walk you through it.
Right.
Okay. I promise you, I had to learn at some point.
Oh, and just one little FYI, one of the things that you might run into is that you won't be able to open it on your iPhone. You have to like hit there's like a little square with an arrow button at the bottom of it, and it's going to open in another browser. So select to open in another browser or open in Safari. It just doesn't go to Safari like right away. So that might be the one thing. I know Dodie had trouble with one of the other sheets that we were using, and that was one of the things is that she wasn't opening it. It wasn't selecting. And I think with the
And
Zoom
if you're going to use
well,
Google, like if you're going to use it in Sheets, download the app, download the Google Sheets app, because once you have it in there, you don't have to keep going through all of that. You just go to your Sheets app and it's going to be there.
Yeah.
And it auto saves all of your corrections, but it also auto saves anything you mess up. So
All right, guys, any other questions? Leslie, was that all you needed? Is that all you wanted to ask? Okay. All right. And you're going to drop it in the team chat, right? Yes.
yes.
Good deal.
I'm going to go undo what I just did, these fake names, and then I'll put the link.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Skyla. Appreciate you for doing this for us.
Oh, I'm happy to do it. Seriously, y'all were in this together, and if you need help with any of it, please don't hesitate. Just ask. Every one of us has a talent, and we all have an area that we're better at than maybe somebody else. So there's going to be a time I'm going to ask a question, and you're going to know the answer. So just ask. Don't sit in silence.
I know in Excel, Scala, if you press, but I think it's Control Space Bar, it will clear those fields. I don't know if that works in this or not, but
well, two problems with that is one, I'm on a Mac.
Gotcha.
So it's and Google is odd on the I can't like right click to do a bunch of things on this one.
Gotcha.
But
Thanks
yes.
so much for sharing. This is phenomenal.
Oh, happy to help.
All right. Oh, and yeah, and also since we're on here, like for the team chat, if anybody has any other ideas of what you want to be trained on, that may be a little bit like we can do a 30-minute quick call like this instead of getting into like a lot of the leadership training calls that we get on with the family meeting and unity makers and stuff like that. So if you want like some brass tack training, please let me know and we will get that together for you. So, all right.
I think like a tips and trick thing would be like what's working for somebody and what's something that, maybe ahead of time we could say what challenges we're facing.
Right. All right. Sounds good.
All right, guys.
Guys. Thanks. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Wait, Skyla, stay on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
You can just call me if you want. I don't know if it's gonna
Well,
kick us off.
oh shoot, no.
I don't know. I don't see the
Okay.
timer anymore.
Okay, so how do I do this recording? I have less than a minute. So do I just hit?
Oh, I think you hit stop. Is there a stop recording?
Yeah,